Hey guys, can I once again here at Start Living Community? Just want to take this time out, man, to do a little evaluation, and want you guys, man, to do a little gauge to see where you at on a moral standpoint. And the thing is that without any gauge or any point of reference, we tend to view ourselves, as the most moral and upstanding person, right? And not for lack of trying, I believe that a lot of us are. But the thing is that you also have to do your evaluation. The scripture tells you, man, examine yourself. Prove your own selves. So when you're examining yourself, this means now that you have to take closer look or closer scrutiny of your own behavior and to see how you're doing against the Most High's moral compass. And the moral compass that he has set is something that we should constantly be striving to reach and to embody in our actions. Not just what we tell ourselves, but in our actions. Your actions have to reflect, what is it that you want to project. So it's like, give you a case in point, something I like to do. I like to look at my surroundings, right? Like when I'm doing my evaluation, I look at my surroundings and see, how I'm organized, far as in my personal vehicle, far as in my home, far as my work, far as my desk goes, and see if it's unorganized, if it's a little clutter, if things are all over the place, because those are clear indicators for me that mentally I'm not where I need to be. And this means that I have some unorganized thoughts or things to accomplish that I haven't gotten done, or thoughts that I need to restructure so that I can get back on my task. So just looking around you and seeing your environment can also give you indicators as to what's going on with you spiritually and also mentally. Also when you're upset, like we try to look and mirror Jesus Christ's example, where when he was reviled or was provoked by the Pharisees that was trying to trap him up in his words. One thing I admired about him is that he kept his composure. He didn't lose his control of the situation or control of himself. And this is something that we should try to mirror, that when we're in unguarded moments or in provoking situation, it's also a clear indicator as to who we are on the inside. Because who you are on the inside is going to actually be the person that you're going to manifest when you're unguarded, because we all can put on a show in the front when no one is watching, or when we know that the lights is on and we know that the spotlight is on us. We can all put on a show and be on our best behavior and exhibit the best qualities. But it's on those unguarded moments when somebody's provoking you, when somebody is trying to accuse you wrongfully, how you respond and how you react is a clear indicator as to where you are spiritually. So if by nature you would like to present yourself as a humble and caring and loving person, but then when you're provoked, you go from 0 to 100 or you 38 hot. This is to let you know that on the core inside, this is who you truly are. And this is something that you have to work on. All right. So you have to address those things. So, just try to do your evaluation, man, and see where you at and try to understand what is it that it's going to take for you to get back on track. Because, viewing at yourself, the scripture says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So is who you are on the inside, and what is it that you're thinking from your core essence of your being within your spirit. That's who you manifest when no one is looking. That's who you truly are, in your unguarded moments. So do your evaluation today, man, and see where you at, and kind of take a gauge and assessment and make the necessary adjustments, within yourself. Because once you start to make the adjustments within yourself, then you automatically start to adjust the things around you. You start to find that things are a little more organized. You tend to realize those things that are out of whack and out of place within your outer surroundings. And even friends, you might find yourself pulling away from certain people that you used to associate with, when you're on your growth, when you're growing. Because when you're growing, you tend to outgrow these people, and don't feel bad when you're doing your evaluation. And some people you just have to delete out of your contact. Some people you just have to block, because it hinders your growth. So if you're growing, you have to also evaluate the things around you and also look at your own self when you're in those unguarded situations. So do some house cleaning. Don't just clean the surface where you see, where everybody comes in and they, when you walk in the house, you see everything that is visible to the eyes, but it's very rare. You go behind the fridge, you go behind the refrigerator, you go behind the stove, you sweep underneath the chair, you go underneath the bed and clean. A lot of people don't do that. So within yourself, try to go into those areas of yourself that you don't frequent and kind of see where you at, mentally and spiritually, and make the necessary adjustments. This is Kanai once again. Start Living Community. Self-Evaluation Tuesday. Start existing and stop living. Peace.